All right. Thank you for tuning in again for another week of the Week in Review with myself, Realtor Rob. And we're going to go ahead, as usual, just jump right into it. So, this is for the week of, I don't know if I said it, for 12 September 2021. And we're starting off with something that I was very honored to be a part of for the second year in a row. It was TCU's Vibe Veterans in Business and Entrepreneurship panel. So they had a panel of three guests that are veterans and entrepreneurs. The first one was Shane Beckley, and he in the Air Force he was Air Force Office of Special Investigations, and now he is SEI Consulting, a program manager. Next we had Patrick Croker. In the Air Force, he was a judge advocate, so a military attorney. Now he is the founder of Crocker Solutions and also a U.S. anesthesiologist. Third, and definitely not least, was yours truly, Robert Realtor Rob Sims. And, I'm just, trying to make the American dream of home ownership happen for as many people as possible. Also, while educating, you know, my VA brothers and sisters and also first time home buyers. So I want you guys to know what I know. So as soon as I find it out, if you've seen my page, as soon as I find out, I just vomit it onto my page so you can read it and just educate yourself so you can be educated buyers. Oh, real quick. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. I'm gonna try to get close to the. Now, I'm very honored because, like I said, that right there, even people that attended TCU and graduated may not even have that. That is the coveted purple horned frog. So I am very honored to have that also, as well as this. And of course, she's like, "Oh, you can make that on the computer," but when it's given to you, it means so much more. So, thank you guys over at TCU. I appreciate it. And I am wearing pants. When you're on Zoom, it's easy to dress from the waist up, but you never know when you might have to step up. So, or stand up. All right, so back to it. Got that one out the way. Next up, I have a winter is coming post. So it's just things that you can check and do to make sure your home is winterized. A couple things, not everything, but check your chimney if you have one. Check your roof, seal it up, disconnect your garden hose from your faucet, and you can also leave it dripping as well as your sinks in the bathrooms and in the kitchen. That helps as well. Just a little drip to keep the water flowing. And of course, clean your gutters. So those are just a few tips that might save you a lot of money, when we hit our winter freeze again, like we have in the past, as recent as last year. All right, so now I have a motivational post. So it says, it's a mistake to look too far ahead. The chain of destiny can only be grasped one link at a time. So baby steps will get you there. You don't have to, make leaps and bounds. And if you're not able to make leaps and bounds, don't get discouraged. You'll still get there. All right. Another motivational post. However difficult life may seem, there's always something you can do and succeed at. So remember that. And always remember that you may be someone else's motivation. That might be your purpose to keep somebody else from giving up. What do we have here next? Okay, so Like I try to do when I can, it's hard, but this week I was able to get out and give something back to the neighborhood as far as teachers and students in the Eagle Mountain Saginaw ISD. So I was over at Remington Point Elementary, and I subbed for them for a day this past week. So I appreciate you guys for having me, putting up with me, and as always, it was an honor to be there. Excuse me. Okay, so now we're at the middle of the week, hump day. So as always, I have my hump day virtual tours, and I have homes that are above 300K, between 200 and 300K, homes that are under $200,000. And then I have a client of mine that is selling 2 lots that are 2 acres each for a total of over 4 that they would like to sell together. So check that out as well. Then I have some YouTube videos of homes that are for sale as well. All right, let's see what's next. Okay, so when you have the memories, I had a memory pop up from a year ago, and this is when I went to go see the wise panda, and this is what he had to say to me: your winning personality is your greatest asset. So that was from a year ago, so I appreciate that, panda. All right, house hunting tips. Next post. Buying a home can be overwhelming and confusing, but don't worry, you don't have to do it alone. I will lighten your load and help make the experience as delightful as possible. That's what I'm here for, working for you. And the best thing about it is, if you're buying a home, my services to you, for you, are free. Ask me how, but it is a true statement. All right, next, moving right along, we have a post, or is this a video? This is a post from the Mortgage Nerd, and it is asking, why are there different FICO scores? And so it goes through and explains like how many FICO scores there are, why are they different between when you go to buy a home, when you go to buy a car, when you go to get a credit card. I mean, you name it. Everybody has their own system and way of looking at FICO scores and different way of computing those scores. So she breaks it down for you and makes it a little easier to understand. All right, motivational post again. All right, stay with me here. So sometimes you have to broke walk before you can rich roll. So if you don't understand that, you can give me a call. You can phone a friend, ask them. You're like, what is this guy talking about? So I'll read it again. Sometimes you gotta broke walk before you can rich roll. So true statement. All right, leadership. Okay, what people think leadership is: telling people what to do. What leadership really is happens to be integrity. It entails you casting a vision, use of your influence, use of your power, praising your team, self-awareness, listen first and speak last, and empathy. So those are some of the characteristics that a leader encompasses. All right, again, I had another memory pop up. So a year ago, I started doing the Veterans Memorial brick, sponsorship for veterans in the Saginaw area, which is where I'm very, near closely, located or in the Saginaw area. So call me, take a look at the video. If you know a veteran that stays in Saginaw or has relatives that live in the area of Saginaw, I may be able to sponsor them to get a Veterans Memorial commemorative brick laid in, what is it, Kiwanis Park. It's right on Main Street next to the fire department, in between the fire department and I guess now the newly open constructed Planet Fitness. So go take a look at it, look at my video, and let's see if we can get that park filled up. You know, I want to get it filled up so we can have, you know, make them move to a bigger location. And look at this. This is going to be my shortest video on record because we are at the end now, but I cannot end without saying happy birthday to the Air Force. So 18 September 1974, Air Force started, and this week was the 73rd birthday. So without them, I don't know where I would be. So I thank you, Air Force, for giving me a shot. Thank all the rest of you who have served before me and who are still serving. So with that being said, I appreciate you being here with me, giving me a little bit of your valuable time. And I hope to see you again next week for the next episode of the Week in Review with myself, Realtor Rob. And as always, take care of yourself and those around you. All right, this is Realtor Rob signing off. Until next time.